Hello everyone, and welcome to Nophenia. I think that's how it's pronounced, I'm not entirely sure, but I couldn't really find too much to help the pronunciation, so I do apologize if I've gotten it wrong. This is a small dream explorer, as it is described on the workshop, and a game I kind of just came across whilst looking at the Steam page, whilst looking at Steam. I really don't know much, so I suppose we may as well just get straight into it. Bedroom. Already a very dark room. Can hear flies. Oh? Oh, we can lock the camera in place. Zoom in and out. The floor is covered in paper, drawings it seems like. And trash, a dead fish. Bugs were completely boarded in. Already kind of brings up the question, are we hiding from something? Or is that something we don't want to get in? Or maybe we try to lock ourselves in? It's so dark outside, but notably there are lights on in these other buildings. Red lights create feel a bit ominous. Oh, we're so small. Oh, the chair can move. Now, the Steam page said if we press C, we can sit and curl up. Everything gets so much darker. Kind of feels like closing in on ourselves. Trying to block out the world. I'm thinking maybe these barricades are just to keep ourselves in. There's some butterflies on the wall. Paintings, I think, of butterflies. I don't see any pins, so I'm gonna assume they're paintings, but the casing looks quite large. I'm really not sure. Some drawings on sticky notes. Or, no, that looks like tape. Taped onto our computer, watching. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if I recognize the layout. I thought of Newsgrounds, but I don't think that's quite it. Food on the side here. Is that a drawing of us or someone else? I can't tell. Doesn't seem to have a full face, more just almost like antlers. The way our arms are outstretched to the side almost made me think we had a scarf for a second. Can we see much else outside of this window? Not quite, it seems. Oh! I got an achievement! Step in meat! Well, I didn't think you were alive, but... poor thing. Just meat. Now. Oh. screen darkens as we look out the door. I suppose it's all we can do. We've got to brave whatever's out there. Whatever's made us barricade this door. We've got to face it. I wonder what's causing the colour here to change. We have a little umbrella to shelter from the rain. We find ourselves in a train station, dimly lit under a red light. The centre here broken, flowers growing through. Makes me think of poppies. A butterfly. I seem to have fallen into that. The hole is not as shallow as it looks. Flowers growing even here on the rail, in the tracks, in front of a train here. I wonder if this train is just hasn't moved for a long time, or... Oh. There we go, can parkour our way up. Flowers have grown quite far up for this railway to be in constant use, I feel. Well, the broken floor here suggests this is a place that hasn't been... Oh. And up on the pillars here, covered in flowers. Still clearly in use, but slowly being overgrown. Over here again, the platform is broken. Holes in the center, overgrown with flowers. And... well, that would seem to be the problem here. I don't know if trains can go... Oh! Trains can go straight up. I'm sorry, I doubted you. There's a door here. Once again, red. Or green. Red or green, depending on when I'm looking. When I look away and look back. I wonder if that doesn't mean anything. Can't quite look up too well. It's a shame I don't know Japanese. I'd love to know what they're saying. I don't imagine it's anything but talking just about the trains, but still. I wouldn't know. There's containers here. Once again, flowers and cones blocking our path, as well as wires. Doesn't seem we can go too far from the station. But we can run a ways down here. Not too far though, the rest of the way is fenced off. Does this train have an end? goes on forever. As it's not stopping, I think we're gonna have to walk the rest of the way. Snowy residence. I'm noticing a lag spike, or it takes a second to load as I'm looking around when I first come into a place. Whoa! What was that? Completely overtaken by snow for a second there. We do leave little footprints in the snow. And this one moves too. Whee! Oh! Can pick up a bit of speed or clip through the sides here. We do have a scarf. Bit of a strange slide that is blocked off, or well, I suppose really you just crouch under here, but we can't. Can we? Yeah, it's close enough. Oh? Oh, we can't go too far. Giant buildings in the back, a large moon. Feels so just lonely. Only a couple of lights on in these large buildings. There's just the wind. There are no sounds of distant cars or people. There's a graveyard here. Way to a sewer. Let's take a look up here first, shall we? The fencing is broken here. It seems the fence are broken, but they've replaced them. They never removed this one here. Can we jump over? No, we cannot. See too much off to the sides here either. Looks like another playground off to the side there, maybe. Or just fencing. I can't quite tell from here. I suppose let's move on. Doesn't seem to be too much here. It almost sounds like I can hear whispering coming from here. Or it's just a distant sound of water echoing through the sewers. I'm really not sure. No, it's probably just the echo of water. Let's not stand into the sewer water. These almost look like buildings. Like a city built between rivers, maybe? Dark and damp. Covered in wires along the walls here. And either moths or more butterflies. For a moment I thought they might have been lightning bugs, but those wings look... well, they look very much like butterflies or moths to me. Even in a place as dark as this, there is some light, some life. Something beautiful. Can't quite tell what that is. Seems like fungi. I'm sorry. Didn't want to get you wet. I thought I could jump that. Given the dark color around it, I'm thinking that's probably fungi. There we go, jump that one. Spiderwebs. And a scarlet sky through this grate in the roof. I think I just saw water dripping down from here. That's gotta be a disgusting feeling if that landed on you. Oh. I thought that pole there was a person looking down at me for a second. Arms crossed, wearing a fancy hat. The buildings out here make me remind me of the city we just came through, but I don't think there's any snow. And the sky was most definitely not that colour. There's a lot of debris down here as well. These look like old mattresses, barrels, or a barrel and 3 mattresses. I suppose there's not a lot of debris, but mattresses probably don't belong down here. This looks like foliage, like the leaves of a tree growing off the pipes. No, those look like they're moving. The way it pulses almost. Makes it look like breathing almost. What a terrible thought. And we find another door. I swear as you get close to these, that's whispering. Rainy homeside. What can we see from here? Ah, I can't quite jump up. Almost. I sworn I was about to hear a car go past us. Once again, there are more butterflies. Over here, a lunar moth. A one I do not know the name of. Another one. And another over here too. Unfortunately, I don't know. I only know the name of the lunar moth. I don't know these other ones. Up there, the gate's broken. Not the gate, the fencing. And there's a bus stop over here. Oh, the road is completely flooded. Well, we are very small, I suppose it's not too flooded. Well, it comes up past our boots, so I wouldn't want to be walking past it when someone drives by, at least. I've known enough drivers to try and splash people as they do drive by. 2 discarded umbrellas by the bus stop. Oh? Did the ground grow more foliage on it? I feel it did. An umbrella discarded in the middle of the road. It looks just like ours. As did the ones back at the bus stop as well. We should most definitely stay to the pavement. The road seems empty, but I'm taking that as a warning. And we come across the moths and butterflies once again. I don't actually recognize that sign. I'm assuming it's meant for the crossing. Oh. I almost walked straight past the door. Large towers off in the distance there. It looked like telephone poles alongside some sirens, but... well, that's nothing I recognize. Almost make me think of the Eiffel Tower. And now we find ourselves in a field. These have a name, and I can't think of it in the moment. But we come to a field decorated with them. Off in the center of a city park it seems we're in. Singular tree in the center. This door is boarded up and chained. And once again, I think I hear that whispering. Let's take a look around first, shall we? Maybe there's something on the edges of the field here. I suppose it's not a field, but along the edges of the park here. Oh? For a moment there, the ground changed beneath us. Maybe we should be spending more time in these places. more and more birds now in the sky. A moment ago I only saw a few. For a moment there was nothing beneath us at all. But thin white lines where the terrain changes. And only for a moment, like when we were covered in snow back in the city. Let's move on. Oh. Well, this appears to be another planet. I would think Mars, but as far as I know, Mars... Well, I think that's Earth there. And that one... I want to say Jupiter, but I'm not certain. Wow, I was very wrong. I'm not sure. The name escapes me at the moment. But either way, last I checked, Mars did not have structures like this. Once again, the dots on it always make me think of mold. A low rumbling in the background almost sounds like chittering. Almost. Oh, it's the slide back from the city. Rusted now, and something growing off the sides of it. And there's the door. But what if we walk past the door? Is that a flower? What are you? An eye. A floating eye very keenly watching us. And I thought we were alone. But you disappear as we get close. What was that sound? Sounds like the eye. Moving, maybe. Maybe it's so clear it wants us to get closer so it can finally blink. But no, what happens if we walk off? I say walk, what happens if we run? There are nothing in the sand beneath us here to jump up and eat us. It seems we leap around. Oh! There's less gravity here. Less gravity makes it quite fun to jump around. We have some dunes here as well. I don't think I saw... Oh! No, I think that black screen for a second is just loading. This does create a bit of a problem though, because I think I'm lost. Another eye? Or is this the same one as before? Nah, the door's there, it's the same as before. Okay, so we did leap around. Well... Cute. I howl to you, good sir. Good eye. There are more moths or butterflies around this door. Spider lilies. And there is nothing but a long field of nothing but these flowers. Totally black sky with the moon. And drifting petals. Surrounded by the life of these plants, and yet so alone. There is not a cloud, there is no stars. But we do have the moon. And I'm hoping to guide us. I don't think there's much else for me to walk towards. There's such a feeling of melancholy here. Helped, I think, very much by the music. God, I really can't shake it. It just feels so sad. I don't think I saw the door here a second ago. But it appeared as I... Again with the ominous whispers. And there are moths again, or butterflies. Maybe I should have... Oh. A giant die set. Many more eyes. And a hazard sign. Well, thank you for the warning. I will be on the lookout. The eyes here are much more noticeable. They look much more like a person's eye, too. Actually blinking now. A windmill, giant mushrooms, houses on these odd angles in these fields on the hills here. This must be awful to live in. But then I don't think anyone... Well, no, I'm sorry. You guys live here, don't you? Or do you? Maybe you're a wanderer like me. I don't seem to be able to go any further. Maybe these eyes are wanderers like us. Of something we can't quite see. Or that... Oh, they disappear as we get close. Oh no, they don't disappear, they are just gone. That's a shame. We had some company for a moment. Oh, a rainbow. I wonder if we can find some gold if we walk close enough. I feel with the sign maybe I should be sticking to the path. Speed limit, 20 miles an hour. Who the hell is driving through here? And please drive slower than 20 miles. This is a beautiful field. Can we go frolicking? We can frolic on our minds. The flowers here don't seem entirely corporeal. They don't seem like real things. Can't walk much further. And that rainbow is moving away from us as I look around. Come on, rainbow. I just want some gold. Oh? Well, we are on it. But alas, there is not something we can do. Strawberry. You know, we don't know when we might be seeing some more food. Maybe we should, take a bite. Fair enough. I can understand the reservations. I was about to wonder if we can get to that water tower, but it does not seem so. Or maybe we can see how far we can go this way before we leave. It's strange though. This is probably... birds once more. And lots of them. Maybe it's the same flock from back in the city. I'd like to think so. We're not the only drifters here. It's strange. There's, I think, the warning sign probably helps in the feeling, but this is probably the brightest area we've seen, and I can't help but feel the most uneasy here. Even that sewer. I didn't feel like anything would come running over the hills, but here I fear stepping off of the path. Dandelion. There is nothing but dandelions. The ground is wet. Not high up though, seems we're walking on top of the water almost. There is nothing but these dandelions. Okay, walking off into the dark, there's more of them still. Oh. I think we've looped back around. And again. And again. This is taking us so far. And again. There is nothing here to guide us. Oh. Oh. Cubic Meadows. Oh! Oh my god. This is the tutorial world. From Minecraft. I think this was the first thing I ever saw when I played Minecraft. My very first time loading up that game. Yeah, I remember, I think I came over here and broke this on the side here. And, promptly drowned. Creepy cross formations in the ground there. This feels so familiar and yet so foreign at the same time. I really don't remember this that well. I remember it, but I don't. I know this was here, I know this was here, I know... Did I hear something? I'm not sure. I remember the Minecraft sign up there. I remember that was a great castle when you walked through here. But now... well, there is a house. And some trees with no leaves on them. A great pillar up into the sky back there. You know... standing here makes me think of another very famous image from Minecraft. But, well, surely he's not going to show up. Unless we see some redstone torches down here. Maybe this is a bad idea. For just a moment then, I thought the sound of the grass underfoot was someone else walking behind us. And our little wolf here as well seemed to have the same thought as me. She refused to move further in that cave. Whoa. Sunflowers. I take back what I said about the meadows there being the creepiest place. That was significantly worse. Hello again, eyes. And goodbye. There's a house there, and a house over here. And a meadow of sunflowers. What was that one post? I think I saw on Tumblr how sunflowers will look to each other when there's no sun. I don't know if it's really true, but it's a nice thought. It's cute. And it does not seem we can get close to those houses. And there as well, there's really not anywhere we can go but forwards or back. Did our shoes get brighter? No, I think it's just the lighting. I don't see any more of our friends, the eyes, watching over us. Another house. I keep thinking that chimney, with the wind blowing beside it, is an eye. Oh, and a train. You know, there are no people immediately around us, but there are signs of life. We're definitely not alone. So far, this is almost making me think of a very long walk home. How doing it so many times through the train station, the roads. I could have sworn I heard something then. Just a long walk home though. Train station, along the city roads, down this meadow of sunflowers. Maybe we missed the train and gotta walk the rest of the way, or I don't know, maybe we couldn't pay for our fare. Although, no, most people I know, I don't think missing the fare, not having enough at the fare is really going to stop someone. Or maybe we just decided today we'd like to walk. And that meadow, Minecraft. Maybe it's the mind wandering to the places we've seen, the images online, the games we're getting ready to play. And in that fog in the mysterious cave. Just thinking back to other stories we've heard people tell about these games. And as we walk, the mind wanders. making up little stories for ourselves. And being all alone in his eyes. Just that feeling that someone is watching us, but from where? I wonder then if our stature isn't more a feeling. That feeling that we're so small compared to others, more insignificant. Of course, we aren't really. The things we tell ourselves that I feel rarely true, at least in this regard. But you feel that way anyway. Oh, I see, the rock was our exit. A concerning place to come to. Maybe we're taking the bins out and the mind went to a nicer place. Somewhere much more beautiful. I felt that whole side there for a second. It was the same thing as what we've just seen. The whole side here just vanished for a moment. Neat. That is a lot of balloons. And that seems to be our exit. We're going to fly away. Gonna go up. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. I'm lying, I'm not sorry. Oh, for a moment there I thought we couldn't go further, but I just bumped into another rock here. These have names and the names escape me again. I am terrible with names, I do apologize. 14. Oh, I didn't read the name of this level. I completely missed it. But look there. Another butterfly or another moth. There is distinction, I just don't know it. It's gonna be a running theme with me. I don't know a lot of things. A little court here with flooded, now giant lily pads grow on top. So the water's been here for a while. I don't think we can quite jump across just using the lily pads, sadly. Nothing to see there. There are some beautiful trees here. Cherry blossoms, I wonder? I like the sound they make. Let us go on. Apartment overlook. these are all doors that we seem to be able to take. That is worrying about knowing where to go. What is that? Falling from the pipes. Something. Water? I hope. A boarded up door here. Whispering again. Warehouse. It was one of those doors. It had the whispering as the others, but I'm wondering if I took the right one. This place is completely broken down. Seems like something's drawn on this door. A little person and a key underneath them, maybe? Or maybe I'm looking at mold and seeing patterns where there aren't. Wonderful place for some airbags, though. Can you hear the howling wind through the gaps in the windows here? I feel like the music now is conveying that sense of wonder. There are holes in the floor, and I'm afraid I could fall through them. And it seems we can go upwards. That area is gated off and we can't open it. This door whispers once again. Murky lot. A flooded parking lot. It's dark here. Okay. I felt I needed to check the arrows, make sure we didn't have to make a run for it. No, we killed No Face. I think. I should not have put that thought into my head, I'm worrying now. And in this one specific spot, there's rain. And a mound of dirt in the tree growing. What a beautiful place. What's this? Oh no. Someone's lost their DS. I do hear whispering, so let's continue. And this area does not have a name. Another parking lot, it seems. Not maybe the top of where we just were. Oh dear. One of the lampposts have fallen. A serious storm or vandalism, or maybe this bus crashed here. Okay, I'm glad I can't go further into there. I could not see a thing. We are able to enter the bus. Seems the engine's still on and it's crashed. Vision. Isn't there a photo like this? A lone air balloon along a highway like this? Although I'm pretty sure that one is in the middle of a storm. Hello, eyes. Hello, friends. Disappearing again as we get close. But wait, do you stay? No. You disappeared too. Maybe they're just shy. Oh, that's a large... looks like a horn in the background there. A chapel off in the background over there as well. And a solitary picket fence beside these old ruins. Well, the most obvious thing feels like to walk down the road towards the air balloon. But I kind of want to try the other directions too. Let's go towards this big horn. Or whatever this is. Ah. I was just thinking I'm amazed we've made it this far. I almost thought we could. But then we're cut off in the last moment. Oh. And like some other things we've seen, you stop existing for a moment. I wonder if maybe that invisible wall isn't going to give way in some places. No, it seems not. Well, let's try our way towards the chapel. We may as well try. And it seems this is about as far as we can get. Well, back towards the road then. Seems there is only one way we can go, and that's towards the air balloon. And once again though, we can see our friends the birds. How is that? I can't quite look up at the flock, but there's a lot of them still. I'm glad that their numbers are doing okay. Glad they can still keep us company. Let's not walk on directly in the road. I'm still remembering the red umbrella in the center, left alone. Didn't seem ruined, but with no person there, I don't want to take our chances in case. I'm sorry? I don't understand. What was that exactly? I'm gonna leave you guys alone. Can you tell me what you see if that happens again? Okay, perhaps we do walk on the road. It almost felt like we... Now, maybe that wasn't snow. Maybe that was whatever that loss of a texture was coming towards us. Okay. We are very much not meant to go towards the air balloon. That sounded like we were being attacked by something. I should add that is me howling. There is a button to howl. Okay. The way out then is most likely in these ruins. Maybe you guys are telling me where. Oh, I see a door here. Well, thank you, eyes. Chess. You know, I really have no idea how to play this game. A single balloon. And a knocked over queen here, it seems. Or a bishop. No, I think that's a bishop. Seemed like a way out, so let us go. Maze. Great. It's a photo of us. Playing with blocks, it seems? Same thing but flipped. Knowing that something can happen to us has really begun to put me on edge, I think. And now you throw me into a Pac-Man-like maze and I am on edge once again. I don't know if I like mazes. Once again, whoa. A large crayon, an even larger skyscraper, it seems. I really wish I knew what this symbol meant. What these words mean. Hi, mate. You're a possible exit, that's a good sign. This feels like a leap. But I don't think it is. If we then come through here, is this going to take us towards the building? This feels like where we came from. This is where we came from. Realistic fields. What is that then? That's not anything I recognize. I mean, the rest of these, yeah, this is very good. Very realistic, I feel. I already see it. But what the hell is that? I feel like after that I just need a moment to... just sit down and gather myself. I never knew air balloons could be slasher villains. That is really what that felt like. It was very quick. It didn't seem that brutal or anything. It's just a sound effect and the red falling onto the screen. Like a James Bond title card almost. It just... Up until this point, these felt like wandering thoughts. Just places that I feel like I could recognize or have that sense of familiarity in some way or another. Along the road, a train station, it's things I think we all know. It's just such a contrast. It started out, it felt... Some places felt creepy, but now this feels hostile. The glitches, it feels like this really went from the feeling of a wandering mind to some place that we're not supposed to be. Quarters. Also, Jesus, that scared me. There's that effect on us again. This is above what I think that sewer was. The red sky. Another moth. I think that's a moth. This feels more like a familiar kind of place. I think I actually looked at what's on the TV here. This feels more like a website than what you'd see on a TV program. I'm really struck with the feeling that we're not meant to be here anymore. Or it's these wandering thoughts turning against us. That's very cute. The little phone. I like her charms. 7th to the 31st of an unknown year. You killed her. Kind of wish I'd been checking that more often. I really hope that isn't talking about what happened with the air balloon. I didn't know that would happen. If it is, how could I? I'm trying to keep us safe. But ultimately, I think I'm just as naive to this world as she is. It's the blind leading the blind. Red ash. A river of blood. A concrete structure concrete structure chained to the ground. Metal pillars bursting from the ground. The moon a blood red. What a terrifying place. A lot of drawings. Many of them crossed out, roughly scribbled over, erased in frustration. Bags under the eyes of many of these figures, their eyes crossed out. I don't know if you can cross this water. This might not be water, realistically. But the flowers grow from it all the same. It is very deep, but scares me every time. Strange devices monitoring something. The land here. I loop back. Well, we need to go into the water, so what's over here? Same thing on the other end of the pillar, it seems. Picking us up, or just regular sounds? Oh, we really have. We can really walk anywhere here. This is probably the safest feeling area we've had in a minute. There are butterflies here. Normally we see them around the door. Where, then, is our exit? We can't get under you. Not directly. Well, I've got to admit, I'm quite lost. Oh. Never mind, the door was right here. Background. Oh, what a beautiful place. Floating structures off in the distance. And there's our door. But we don't quite seem to be able to get to it. Oh no, there's the way. Well, I would quite like to look around first. Sadly, there are no secrets behind the waterfall, and I don't think I can really parkour my way up to that. I really ought to have checked the phone in those places I didn't give it intro title. Doesn't seem we can go too far with this one though. Is that the city or is it a wall? I can't quite tell. Desert. Sign says it's a dead end and, well... well, we know vehicles can go straight up, so... I suppose the stop sign there makes sense. You gotta make sure you don't hit anyone as you're going up towards the stars. And here's our door already. More structures floating in the air above there. You know, since that air balloon, I'm nervous just to walk down a straight road. With how things have been recently, well, I think I can do without the road, without the heat. Garage settlement. Under another blood moon. That shopping scared me for a second. I thought that was a person. Okay. This area is once again creeping me out. What in the hell? A bed tied to a tree by a chain. There's a moth on our phone here. Or a butterfly, I'm really not sure. And now they're gone. They really are our one friend. Our biggest friend here at Phil. The rest are other people, the birds. And the eyes. They're friends we see occasionally, but the moths and the butterflies... I'm not sure if that was a thing or the wind that... They really seem like the ones to stay with us, the ones that are really just keeping us company. I don't know why I'm doing that. Our exit is probably one of these garage doors. That constant playing of one note is freaking me out a little bit, I must admit. I think I'm just kind of on edge now. Oh dear. Seems this may be another one I'm lost in. If it didn't feel like such a threatening place, if it didn't feel like such a maze, this feels like it'd be almost a fun place to be lost in. But it... There we go. Sure. Back in the city, it seems. Still under the blood moon. Someone's learning the piano. They're doing alright. This is more meat, it looks like. Bucket of it. And another one. I don't think I've ever seen a bridge held up by chains before. Oh, there's our door. Normal tree. Crystal-like sounds as I walk over to it. The ground is... like this is made of crystal. Like the ground is made of it too. And if we run away from it, so I don't see another door. It fades into the distance and another appears before us. Time. Oh gosh. I'm not great at platforming. I am often losing track of time. I don't particularly want to fool. Uh, that was a terrifying visual. Are we sure this isn't a horror game? Whoa. Water park. Oh no, you can't trick me. We're in the fucking pool rooms. I always hate exploring the pool rooms. I'm not good with water. I mean, I said that earlier today, I was exploring the infinity pools in Gmod. That was probably one of the coolest maps I think I've seen. They always create such a feeling of claustrophobia. We can fly! Are there bugs coming out of this? Well, we couldn't quite fly, but we can levitate. Poor thing is getting absolutely soaked on this adventure of hers. Not a way we can walk, I think. A flower. 2 of them. 3 of them. No stem there. Or maybe that's some kind of native power to the pool rooms. And the stem is the ground itself we're walking on. Wouldn't that be a type of flower? Blood. Whole half of it. You are not a living snail, right? Or if you are, you're a friend, at least, I hope. You can forget what I said about this feeling like a walk, going through memories, and daydreams, this. Whatever we're going through, this is... Oh, a rainbow. 2 rainbows. Whatever this is... lavender. A crescent moon. But whatever this is, this feels malicious. These are dreams that do not want us here. Or if they do, they certainly don't have our best intentions in mind. Maybe we take a moment here now, just to rest. There's no blood moon. We're surrounded by plants, the birds are above us, there are no butterflies and moths, but It's safe enough. For everything else we've been through, there's the least sign of danger. Stuck on the log. Beautiful swing. I'm glad things are calming down a bit now. I shouldn't have said anything about being scared of water. Oh my god, I hate this. Low gravity is fun, but yeah, please, let me get out of here. I've seen this before in a couple of places, I feel. I remember a map in VR chat that was quite like this. Snowy quarters. I apologize, I moved through there quite quick. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of open spaces underwater. They unsettle me quite badly. That's putting it lightly, they fucking terrify me. Are we back in the city near the start? It's snowing again, for certain. It's snowing again, and well, the city feels similar. Ah. Looping back around again. Astral frequency. Oh, the texture on these ones are weird. This is cool. That's similar. Oh, I did not see you. Is that the shadow of a lily pad following us? Maybe we need to... make them match into their original places. No, that doesn't quite seem to be doing anything. I'm not sure. Pipe dream. Already we find the exit. Very dark place filled with nothing but, well, pipes. Except for this one that we hear strange voices from, signaling that we should climb in. Digital nurture. Another void, filled this time with screens. Beating hearts, pierced by chains and wires, TVs with eyes, frantically looking around. You can see the ventricles, is that the vessels coming from the heart, wandering off into the darkness. And they lead us to an exit. A giant meaty hand reaching out from the ground. And that takes us back to the main menu. And that takes us back to our bedroom. Now, it did say on the Steam page that there is no game. I feel like inherently I disagree with the idea. This is very much a game. I suppose in the sense that there is no real story to follow, but I feel like with the visuals originally that I went off with the idea that this is like a daydream as you walk through places, how your mind wanders to other games, to just random places, and then it turned hostile with the air balloon, and then more danger with the clocks, and just these threats of meat, clumps of it just left out that you could mistake originally that seemed much more just like food left out, not a terrifying thing. And then in that pool, to blood stains on the floor, to a bathtub filled with nothing but blood. It brings about a sense of real danger. You haven't seen anything but these couple of animals, and suddenly, but there's that understanding that things here can hurt you, that you're not safe. So I begun to move a lot faster. I imagine the message here, "You killed her," was probably more just a thing to spook you. But seeing that right after whatever was going on at the air balloon, that brought about a sense of guilt, I feel. I have no reason to really care for our protagonist here, but it's hard not to. There's that feeling of responsibility to this little person that, from the intro alone, we gather is struggling quite a lot in this messy room. Fish laid out, the doors, windows barricaded, and after that, you can almost see where she might be coming from. That the world feels scary, and that the crouch, the little sit we can do here, how the world grays around us, like she huddles in on herself to hide from it all. This game is, I feel, absolutely great for what it is. An exploration of dreamlike landscapes. A lot of these I feel were quite familiar, very much so if you're familiar with dreamcore type aesthetics. But nonetheless, I feel that that's okay. It is very fun to walk through them. And to see the way this game does them in its own kind of way. I feel going through these places, there's a lot that you can interpret from them. I feel the way I interpret it is probably only one way of many that I feel many people, and I imagine everyone going through this is going to think something at least a bit different. It leaves it up to you, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And that very end, part of me wonders if it isn't akin to our little person here having shut herself in, if she hasn't become somewhat tied to the computer here, tied to technology as her only real connection that feels somewhat safe with that anonymity and the ability to be someone that maybe you can't quite be around other people, physically. Again, this game is, I feel, absolutely wonderful. I have very much enjoyed playing this. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone, and good night. Oh, this is different. The end. I was about to come back to talk about this more, and now I find myself in a train. I was coming back to add on to, at the end there, with the hearts and the TV screens. What? Over here. We can add things on later. You feel like someone I want to approach? Maybe not. Or you really are. Someone like us is found only at the end in a train filled with tally marks we can't see out of the windows. Oh, I don't want to make you get up. It felt, if what I said before, that maybe that was something along the lines of finding some solace in the internet, of it going perhaps too far, or maybe just that feeling of anxiety that you just can't get away from it. That no matter where you are, someone is watching you. It, you don't want to go on. You know, fair enough. I won't make you. Although I do kind of want the rest of the achievements. But that feeling of anxiety that you can't escape, not being able to escape other people, their gaze or their judgment. I feel that's how I've interpreted that heart at the end. Terrifying end. Way to close the program. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.